Everything is in their hands now. But doesn't mean that we can't keep putting this stuff out here. I mean, salute to everybody that's here. I want to know who's had a worse couple of days. I know the family has, but y'all got to understand, when people do dumb shit, their families and themselves, they pay the price for what the people around them do. So in this live stream, we're going to be speaking about Winter Donovan. She's the lighter complected heifer. All right. Now, the darker complected female next to her, that is the female by the name of Daejhanae Jackson. I spoke about her. She was the one who had beaten Shanquella. I mean, just look at her. She looks terrible just sitting there. All right. Now I see why she was so upset. I mean, she's built like an auntie and she's in her 20s. And I see why she was pissed. I mean, what dude is trying to screw that? What dude is trying to screw that? Now, you have Winter Donovan, even though she has a bit of a strong face, there are probably more dudes that would want to screw her. But I heard somebody in the comment section on Facebook a few days ago say that she could be masquerading as a woman, but I have not had any confirmations. So from what I know, that is a female. I believe that is a female. Has to be. You can't act that weak, No, they're saying that the dark skin complected female, that is a female. They've confirmed that she's a female. Have y'all not seen women fight? I mean, I've seen women fight just like her. I've seen women viciously beat up each other. I've seen them viciously beat on dudes. I mean, women are very masculine, especially American women. American women are the most masculine women on the planet. This is why men are going overseas to get women. Dealing with a Western woman is like dealing with a male in a female body. And then you got dudes who brag about sleeping with those types of women. Now, you had 3 males that were there, but they are males of the other, well, I think a couple of them, I don't know if all of them are gay, but I believe a couple of them were. Shanquella's friend is, he's the one in the video asking her to fight back, right? That's supposed to be her best friend. When really he's not. He was a guy that basically used her to help his other friends go on a trip that he actually cares about his friends, right? Yeah, I mean, just look to your right. Look at the picture on the right. That is the one in the pink is Winter, and the one in the black with the like a yellow orange cap on, or helmet, whatever that is. I think it's a helmet. That is Daejhanae. She's the one in the video beating up Shanquella, who's right there in the middle. And supposedly, and this is according to the blog, let me make sure they get the credit. The NC Beat, they are reporting, and put it on the screen so y'all can see it, that Winter, this chick right here, once the girl was on the ground, probably with a broken neck, decided to pick her up by her neck and slam her, and she never got back up. She never got back up. This is your black queens or kings. These are the women that you N-words get on here and you cape for. Broke heifers. You had 2 broke heifers who couldn't even afford to go on this trip. Shanquella had to help pay to get them out there. And there's another video too I came across where Shanquella was looking around the villa looking for everybody, and everybody was in the room, looked like they were plotting to do something to Shanquella. If y'all wanted to fight her so bad, why didn't y'all do it in North Carolina? Why did you wait to go on this trip? And I believe that this was set up. Hold on, let me see. Let's see. Oh, let me see what this person is saying. Okay, let me get this slore out of here. Let me get this slore Hannah out of here. Hey Hannah, why don't you go make me a sandwich and get off YouTube? Okay, go, if you have a man, go make them a sandwich, clean up your dirty house and your dirty car instead of getting on YouTube trying to talk shit. Okay, learn how to cook, take care of your kids if you got some. Okay, and get out my chat room. Anybody else wants to come in here with their bonnet on, in their feelings, you can go too. All right? Make sure y'all like the stream. Don't make me have to get off what I'm saying. If I have to stop what I'm doing to look and see what heifers is saying in the chat room, you going to get your feelings hurt. Okay? Now, Shanquella had to help pay for 2 broke heifers to go on a trip. Right? Bummy and broke, bad built. Daejhanae is, not only is Daejhanae bad built, she's a unattractive, broke heifer who was just all types in her feelings.
That's why you have to watch company you keep.
Right. Appreciate that, Illadre. You do. But the thing is, though, Shanquella trusted her quote unquote male friend. She trusted his judgment. She trusted that he had her best interest, but he really did not. That's her male best friend, y'all. That is the effeminate jackass there. Y'all see him? That's Khalil. That's supposedly one of her friends, right? But he cares more about Daejhanae than anything else. Maybe Daejhanae reminds him of the males that he likes to date. Maybe Daejhanae reminds Khalil of the type of males that he likes to date. I'll say date. Mess around with, because he can't get wifed up by them either. You know what I'm saying? Khalil can't get wifed up by those males either. You know what I'm saying? Maybe Daejhanae with her masculine ass, maybe she reminds him of the type of males that he likes to date. You know what I'm saying? This was the guy on the recording. Yes, she paid. This was the guy that was filming. Him and the other, there was other males there too. You know what I'm saying? He wants to be a woman too. He wants to be able to whip his hair. He hates growing a beard, but he grows one. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You know, he jealous because ain't no dudes checking for him. So he got this masculine health up there to fight a woman that paid for the trip. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Malik was the other one. I think Malik gonna fold before everybody else. He's the weakest link. To me, he the weakest link. You know. And let me tell you what Twitter did, right? Twitter, they was putting out all these people's information, their addresses, where they're at. A lot of these people probably ain't in North Carolina no more. But let me tell you something. You can't run forever. Apparently, the reason why I'm putting up Khalil is because he's out here promoting parties. So he's out here acting like he living his best life when you help get your friend killed, sir. You're the reason why your friend is dead. No, well, I'm saying friend, very loosely, because he don't believe that Shanquella was his friend, because Shanquella was stunting on his bum ass. He's broke. You know what I'm saying? He don't make money from the whatever he's doing in his career, right? See, Nazir is the weakest link. Nazir might be the weakest link. He might be the weakest link, but he thinks he's a tough guy. You know what I'm saying? Now they digging up dirt on him. You know, he got rape allegations. I mean, you know, they digging up everything. And they're going to have to get out of hiding sooner or later. Because when they start applying pressure to family members, like you can't even live your life regularly anymore. No matter what city you go into, somebody's going to see you and somebody's going to record you. You see, the reason why this story is big is because there's so many people involved. It ain't just one person that could go run and hide, right? These are a group of people. These are a group of people. And it's gotten bigger than what it is. Make sure y'all like the stream. Now, this heifer here, Winter, decided that she wanted to go be a bully and wait until the coast was clear and try to slam it. I believe she might have given her the killing blow. I think Winter gave her the killing blow. I think the killing blow was given by Winter, who I think is a complete airhead, right? She seemed like an airhead. And I think that she gave the final blow and took the life of Shanquella. And that's why I tell y'all, man, there's a lot of women out here who are in this arrested development. They wish they were in high school again. So they got to go on this girl's trip. She didn't pay for it because she's a broke bum. Shanquella had to pay for them. Daejhanae didn't like that because, you know, she thinks she the alpha female. Just because you know, rubbing up on other women, Daejhanae, that doesn't mean that you run anything. You're a broke bummy heifer that had to get somebody else to pay for you to get there. You and this Winter Donovan, who's another broke heifer, right? Would not be surprised if she's slinging box in North Carolina. Probably out there in Charlotte slinging box. That's why she in her feelings. Because no matter what she does, she's a failure. And she ain't got nowhere near to where Shanquella got. I wouldn't be surprised if they stole from her before they left Mexico. They probably stole from her. The police need to track her credit cards, debit cards, you know? Word is Kyrie put $65,000 on the GoFundMe. Well, that's cool. That's cool. I hope the family does get a lot from the GoFundMe because, you know, they were innocent in this situation. They didn't expect their daughter to not leave Mexico. They didn't expect that. But you got two jealous heifers and Khalil. He's another loser who's led by women. You know, he has that female spirit. Males with female spirit are the most dangerous males out here. Most of these so-called thugs have like that feminine energy. Emotional like women, right? Weak, can't fight. So they'd rather pick up a weapon. I heard they ran her credit up to 10,000. Wow. Yeah, they basically, I think they did what they did, and I believe they stole from her. This is why if you're successful, oh, Carolina, bro, mixed chicks are some of the cuckoo-ish chicks out here. You know what I'm saying? Mixed chicks are nuts. Not all of them, but there are those that are crazy. Okay? They're crazy. I mean, you got a person with two different racial groups that they're from. I mean, that person is going to be a little cuckoo. You know? Going to be a little cuckoo, right? So let's get into this. Let me read this out. This is from the NC. Let's see. This is from the hold on a second, fam. Hold on a second. Hold on. Yeah, the The NCB. Let's see. All right. And it says, Charlotte woman Shanquella was reportedly grabbed by the neck and slammed by other girl on Mexico trip. I believe there's a video of that. I think there is a video, another video, a second video of that. And I think that might be worse than the one that we've seen. I think that might be worse. I think that video might be worse, family. Because the girl is already incapacitated. And then you join in. Yes, the FBI is investigating and Mexico authorities are investigating. So yes, I believe my understanding, there is a second video. They took the second video down, I heard. If they have, it lets you know that the police have it and they don't want it out there, which, is real interesting. It says sources close to one girl who was on the trip in Mexico was 25-year-old Shanquella Robinson, who is now deceased, told the North Carolina Beat that Shanquella also allegedly grabbed by the neck and slammed to the ground by Winter Donovan, the girl in the now viral video to the right recording with her phone. This that strong face helper right here. We all wanted to know if there was a second part to the now viral video because at the end of the 18-second clip video obtained by the North Carolina Beat, from the looks of the video, Shanquella is still alive. The sources said a second video that has not been released allegedly shows Winter Donovan with her arms around Shanquella's neck and then slamming her to the ground. From what I heard, there's another video and it shows a light-skinned girl, I'm presuming is Winter, with her hands around Shanquella's neck and slamming her to the ground. The source said after Winter slammed her to the ground, Shanquella does not move anymore. The beautiful 25-year-old was invited to Mexico by her at the time best friend Khalil Cook. Shanquella, Khalil, and 4 others invited in Mexico on Friday, October 28th, while another male, Nazir Wiggins, arrived Saturday, October 29th, the day Shanquella was murdered. Khalil told Shanquella's family that Saturday she had puked and was laying down because she was not feeling well. You lying, limp wrist bastard. You lied to that family's face. And you gonna listen, they're gonna put your black ass in jail, Khalil. They're gonna put you in jail because what you did was egregious. Not only were you there, you helped cover it up. You helped cover it up. And of course, they're gonna look for a black man to put it. They're not just gonna put the women in jail, they're gonna put you in jail, Khalil, because you brought those heifers there. Because you couldn't pay for them to go there, because Khalil, you're a bum too. You're a bum too. Listen, you gotta leave your bum friends alone. If I'm going on a trip, I shouldn't have to pay for nobody. If everybody can't pay for themselves to go, I ain't going, because you know what's gonna happen? They're gonna want me to help them pay for drinks and all this other shit. Oh no. Salamandra told the North Carolina Beat that they thought Shanquella was having a hangover and told Khalil to check in from time to time, let them know how she was feeling. Time passed and Khalil said Shanquella's mom called Shanquella's mom back and said that medics were at the villa trying to resuscitate Shanquella. Khalil put them on hold, returned to the phone and told them it was alcohol poisoning. Shanquella was pronounced dead Saturday, October 29, 2022. When he returned to Charlotte, Khalil brought Shanquella's luggage to Salamandra's house and continued with the lie that his best friend had died from alcohol poisoning. They should have checked to see if her wallet was there. Was her wallet and belongings all there? Because I would not be surprised if they took her credit cards and cash, because that's what hating ass people do. They go for your money. What's even more disgusting and disturbing is that At a later date, Khalil brought two of the women who were on the trip with them, Daejhanae Jackson, who was seen in now viral video brutally assaulting Shanquella, and Winter Donovan, the woman's source, told us grabbed Shanquella by the neck and body slammed her. All three stood in Salamandra in her family's faces and told them that Shanquella had died from alcohol poisoning. They denied it when asked if it was a fight, and they jumped Shanquella. So the family knew it was some bullshit. You know why? You know why they thought that they was lying? Because you can sense when somebody's lying to you. You can sense when somebody has contempt for you, and that's why they asked, because they could sense that. They could sense something was off. Like, why did you bring these two women with you? You could have came there by yourself. Why you bring them three there? To alleviate their guilt. A death certificate obtained by the North Carolina Beat reveals that Shanquella died from a severe spinal cord injury and atlas luxation. You can see there. Let me read this last bit here about Daejhanae. Sources close to Daejhanae Jackson and her family told North Carolina Beat that before she got out of her bed to start her day, she viewed Daejhanae's story at around 10 a.m. and saw a post that stated, "So heartbroken about my friend Quella," but the story was later deleted. It was like 10 o'clock that Saturday morning, the source said, "I actually viewed the story from my bed before I even got out of my bed that morning." When you think about it, the skies in the fight do show early morning sunrise. On Daejhanae's birthday, Malik Dyer, a longtime friend of Daejhanae, reshared a memory of her from her birthday last year with the caption, "I love you, best friend. I got you 100%. As you can see there. A genuinely rough looking. See, that's Malik there. Y'all see him? He's another limp wrist male that was there, right? He's in hiding, right? Yeah, if I was, then it can't stay in hiding forever. No, this ain't gonna go away. This story, do you know how many YouTubers are gonna make videos and live streams about this for weeks and months? You're gonna have a Shanquella Robinson section of YouTube. It ain't going away. I don't know why you think hiding is gonna change anything. People are just gonna delve deeper and deeper into it. People are not gonna be satisfied until people are arrested. And until people are arrested, this ain't going nowhere. So you can run, but you can't hide. Malik has a kid too. See what I tell you, man? This woman will date anybody. I saw one of them. I think Malik had a girl in his profile pic. I believe he has a daughter, right? So, bro, so Malik, would you want your daughter being cornered like prey in a foreign country and beaten on by so-called friends, Malik? You weak, limp wrist bastard. Would you want your daughter cornered like prey and beat on by two women, beat up by one, body slammed by the other, naked? Would you want that to happen to your daughter, Malik? This ain't going away, people. Y'all, they think that I'll keep a low profile for a little while and it'll blow over. This ain't blowing over until a lot of y'all are in handcuffs. Okay? You know what, man? I messed up. Salute to everybody that's here. I didn't give out shout outs because I wanted to get into the topics, but let's see who's here real quick. So hopefully I don't miss nobody. Let's see. Simply Mirror, Carolina, Scorpio, Angela C, Melvin, Makai, Stephen Brown, Brian, Mr. Lawrence, Kevin, is it Ayala, Jay, Simply a Mirror. I think I already said you twice. All right, Antonio, The Dark, Illadre, Matthew, Brian, Zeke, Prof, Manny, see Steven, Terrence, I cheat on you, CBP, Red Pill Science, Kenneth, Gerald, RCH, KYX, Kevo, CJM, Corvus, Atuse, Breezy, March, let's see, Monk, Darlene, Richardson, Zeke, Andre, Charles, Wise Freeze, Deborah, Breaks, Sleepy Montana, Beam Up, Sexy Slim, TW, Ricky E, Shanjar, Hello Kitty, Kathy, Shmoney, Will, Go Getter, see Sydney. So shout out to Sydney. Oh, Sydney be on my stream. Shout out to Sydney. Ernest was good. See Mr. Lawrence was good. Brian Turner, what's up? Make sure y'all like the stream. Because I totally forgot I didn't do it. Mina's Nice Guy was good. Yeah, I wanted to get into it, man, because this stuff is this stuff is it's troubling on a lot of levels, man, because you just never know. You think you're sending your peoples out, to be around people that they're comfortable with, but they, all this happens. All right. That's what I'm saying, Shan. Like, these girls trips are useless, man. Like, they either cheat trips or fuckery trips. You know what I'm saying? When women go on girls trips, they either going to cheat or they going to get into some fuckery. All right. Dwayne, what's up? Monty, what's up? Make sure y'all like the stream. Chef Marks was good. Be careful you sending your girlfriends or wives on these trips, man, because you never know what's gonna happen. Like, we've seen stories where women from America lose their lives in these foreign countries. The three black Americans lost their life due to carbon monoxide poisoning. Right? There's just so much going on. Then you got to deal with these goofy, broke, bummy, weird-looking heifers like Winter Donovan, who's a bum, just like Daejhanae Jackson and Khalil Cook, bums. All right? You got to be careful when you interact with people like this, man. They aren't good for you. You can't be too trusting. Listen, if I go on a trip, I'm definitely going to have people there that I know are solid, not people who are extras. Like, ain't gonna be no, I'm gonna bring this extra, hell no, you ain't bringing no extra people on here. I ain't trying to hear that. What extra people? Don't bring them on here. If they can't pay for their own ticket, they don't need to be here. Because bums bring bum-like mentalities. What's good, boy? Says late to the chat, watching my nephew, but cheers, Jay. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. With the bum mentality. You can't afford to be on this trip. What are you doing here?
Late to the chat, watching my nephew, but cheers, Jay.
Cheers. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Ultimately, somebody's gonna be brought to justice. Like I said, all the hiding is not gonna matter when you're in handcuffs and you're taking that perp walk. I'm telling you, and also, ladies, just because you're around gay men does not mean that they're gonna be loyal to you to the utmost. They're gonna, these males who are raised by women, they are catty, just like women. They want to see a fight just like women. They're not gonna break nothing up. What are they gonna break up? They're not gonna break nothing up. Khalil is a bitch. That's what he is. Khalil wanted to see a fight, and he probably was like, in his mind, because he know that this chick wants to fight his friend, but in his mind he's like, well, she'll fight back, with his lisp, and when she didn't, he's like, oh, I thought she was gonna fight back. Well, again, the mindset of a woman, a male with the mindset of a woman. Khalil is a clown. Absolute clown. And I've told y'all about these weak beta males, these limp wrist males, these males that are jealous of women, especially feminine women. This is why y'all got to stop having some of these dudes do your makeup. They're making you look crazy with this makeup. I mean, I saw SZA today, and I'm like, I bet you some male that likes to wear dresses and wigs did her makeup. They told her girl to go relax, take a bath, and come out for the surprise, then drag her out to beat her to death. It's crazy. Right, they were all bitches. Every last one of them. All of them. They were some hoes too. We got a bunch of slurs. We got the male slurs, the female slurs. Khalil can't get no males, so he's mad, right? He's a frustrated gay male that's on a trip with these women. He wishes he was a woman. And that's what it's devolved into. You got bad built Daejhanae, right? Who's mad at the world because she's a failure, talking about she's going into what? She's going into nursing. Well, good luck with that. You ain't going to no nursing. You're going to go into a prison. You and Winter. Because not only did you take this girl's life, you tried to conceal it. And you have 6 people who agreed to do the same thing. And then you had Miss Nazir, the fake tough guy who done went into hiding himself. He ain't making no more live streams. He done went into hiding. Who was high as a mother, he was high. These are the type of people we're talking about here. These are the type of people we're talking about. And then I see a video of y'all all gathered up in a room. She has to go, Shanquella got to go look for them, and they all in the room plotting. It's crazy. Y'all didn't know Shanquella was going to be on the trip? They need to go to a Russian prison. Send them to a penal colony. And they went to that girl's mother. All of the people involved, really involved, went to her. You had 2 people who took that girl's life sitting right there in front of her mother. If that don't piss you off, I don't know what does. I see why there are women that say I don't have any female friends. Because look at what goes on. There are women that hate other women, especially productive women who are not dysfunctional. I believe Shanquella had a boyfriend, if I got that correct, right? So she wasn't dysfunctional. Nazir plane ticket showed that he got to Kabul around 12 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. So he knew everything that was going on. He knew everything that was going on, and he wanted to cover for everybody. When he did that live stream, he tried to cover for everybody because he's the leader of the group. They weren't going to do shit without him there. Y'all know that girl was dead. You had beaten her to death and you tried to cover your tracks. The guy online said, I was so happy living my life and y'all brought this back up. Yeah, that's the attitude, Noel. We are talking about low vibrational Gen Zers. Okay? They don't give a shit. They don't give a shit about nothing. They don't care about nothing. They don't take anything seriously. These are the people that are voting age. These are the next generation. They left her in Mexico and moved on, and they thought they were going to move on with their life. Like, this is their mentality. So I'm glad they're getting all this smoke. I'm glad that this will never go away. This will always be in people's consciousness. It ain't never going away. Miss Nazir got his goofy ass on a live stream and made himself even more guilty. Why don't Mr. Tough Guy make another live stream? But now I see, I mean, I've been new of this, but now I can see from the perspective of women why they be like, I ain't got no female friends, because you cannot trust these heifers. You cannot trust these heifers. These heifers aren't. And then when we say this, there are women out here who say that we're bashing women. When we tell them the truth about these other women that are out here, you can't trust these women. These women are crazy. Look at Krishan Rock. Krishan Rock represents this generation of female. Crazy in love, in dysfunctional relationships, and it don't matter how much abuse they deal with, they're gonna stick it out. They're gonna bail the dude out of jail. You can't save those type of people. You can't save those type of people. I'm not trying to save those type of people. But there are those that think they can. They think they can change. They think they can change these people. They think that they can make things better. No, you can't. Winter Donovan is just as much of a killer as Daejhanae Jackson is. She finished her off. So they both should be doing lengthy prison terms because they decided that it would be a good idea to take this woman's life. They were plotting to do this. They were plotting to do this. Why? Because you are broke bum heifers, losers. You felt like a loser because she got more than you. That villa was possible because of her. So we have to understand what we have in our society and the type of people that we have. These people do not care about human life. The only human life they care about is their own family human life. They don't care about anybody else. Because that was the same Nazir that was on Facebook crying about one of his relatives losing their life.
Jaye, that was Transformer who deleted this woman.
Appreciate that. You can believe that, but according to the facts, that's a whole female. I don't think y'all have seen black women fight. Black women fight like men. They fight like men. Have y'all not seen them go fist to fist with other women? They fight just like men. That's why I say the most masculine women on the planet are right here in America. They are the reason why there's a passport bros. Because of how masculine they are. No matter how many BBLs they get, no matter how much surgery they try to get, it doesn't change how masculine they are. It really doesn't. They're still the worst group of heifers to be around. Deep voices, tattoos all over the place, abortion loving, Democrat Party supporting, no man having. Like, it's just no good qualities at all. Ain't no good qualities at all. Winter Donovan helped end Shanquella's life. Winter Donovan deserves just as much smoke as Daejhanae Jackson. This is facts. What's good, Be Fierce? Winter Donovan did this because she's a weak heifer. She's probably the type to run when somebody wants to fight her. Or she'll have like that big old female that's like her bodyguard. Right? Who always do the fighting for her. Right? I believe that Winter Donovan was doing the bidding of Shanquella. Not Shanquella, excuse me. Was doing the bidding of Daejhanae to beat up Shanquella. That's why she was there recording. And that's why when she was on the ground, she went there and grabbed her by her neck and slammed her. I believe Daejhanae was doing the bidding of Winter Donovan. I think Winter Donovan was really the mastermind.
Hey bro, my damn channel got shut down. You know I had to come back. With this situation, we need a motive. What do you think? They fought her over a man, money, or both?
We should have drunk man Dez. There may have been some things that we didn't know of. Maybe it was something that happened in the past. Maybe Khalil told her that she called them certain things that they didn't know. Maybe she spoke and said things to Khalil and Khalil told them and it pissed them off. And they're like, well, we going to fight her, when we get there, It could have been that. It could have been money. It could have been the fact that two of these broke bummy heifers could not pay their way into Mexico and they felt some type of way. A lot of fights do occur over a man, but a lot of times I think Khalil ran his mouth to Winter and Daejhanae, and they got pissed and they wanted to fight. I think Khalil he ran his mouth. Should call him she ran his mouth to those two heifers, and that's when everything got set in motion. I think it starts with Khalil because he he's more of a friend to them than to Shanquella because he ain't successful. He's a wannabe. He's a wannabe. Winter Donovan, again, she deserves a lot of the smoke. I think she's like the central figure. I think that she's the one that really wanted to do something, but she got her bodyguard to do it for her because she's so weak that she has to wait until the girl was on the ground to then act tough. That's what happens. Daejhanae is the muscle. She's a horrible looking. Daejhanae is a horrible looking female. And no matter how much makeup and weave she puts on, it don't change much. It don't change much. Just a disgusting person on the inside and out. Winter Donovan is a disgusting person in and out as well. I think they're both disgusting. And I honestly think that justice will be swift and they're going to get what's coming to them. What I want to know is this though. Where's all that toughness? Like, Daejhanae was so big and bad. And I wish I'd have said this in my video that I put up the other day. I didn't. I thought about it after I put the video up. I said, Daejhanae was so big and bad. Daejhanae was so tough. Daejhanae so tough. She's so big and bad that the first thing she does when this story goes viral is she runs to Connecticut, I believe with her mother. But where was all that energy? Where was that energy, Daejhanae? Why wasn't you so big and bad and tough on social media? Why wasn't you windmilling on social media, as the heifers would say? Why did you run? Because you're a weak heifer too. You no weaker than Winter. You and Winter Donovan are weak heifers feeding off each other. Shout out to Drunk Man Dez for becoming a member, joining the chat elite. I'm telling y'all, I'm going to do a members only chat one day or 2 days or 3 days, Y'all, yeah, you took your social media down. You done left the state. Where's all that tough girl energy? You were big and bad fighting a naked woman that didn't fight you back. Why ain't you acting tough now? Daejhanae, you're a coward. You're weak. I will say this though. I believe she got more balls than Khalil do. Khalil, Malik, Nazir, she got more balls than they do. She got more balls. Yo, make sure y'all like the stream, man. We almost at 1,000. Almost at 1,000 viewers. She got more balls than Malik and Nazir. She got more balls than the both of them, you know? Unbelievable. Just absolutely pathetic. Daejhanae was acting all tough and big and bad, but the first thing you do is run. Not only did you run off social media, you ran out the state. Why you ran out the state? You so tough? Because you weak. There's nothing tough about you. And you ran to Connecticut like you can't, like nobody will know you up there. This story viral. Everybody know you up there. You probably somewhere in the house hiding. But you're not talking tough. You know, Nazir tried to talk tough, but then he realized, nah. And he's hiding now too. All these tough people are hiding. But everybody knows who you are. Everybody knows what you look like. So where are you going to run to? Where you going to go? And it's only just the beginning. And I told y'all this in my previous live stream. Shout out to Drunk Man Dez.
Oncoming fist, medium dark skin tone.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it. I told y'all this is just the beginning. This is just the beginning. To Ain't Nazir in Buffalo. He might be in Buffalo. Shout out to all the people in Buffalo and Connecticut that may see what's going on. Like I said, man, you can't run forever, man. You can't run forever. You can't. Not with social media, you can't. We don't forget. We don't. Winter Donovan is just as responsible as Daejhanae Jackson. And Winter Donovan should get just as much of the legal hand of this as possible, probably more, because she did the final blow. And again, it don't matter if you fought somebody and somebody else, killed that person still died and you took a part in it. So you just as much of a part of it as everybody else. Winter Donovan should be prosecuted to the fullest extent of not only the Mexican laws, but also the American laws. And for people to say that America can't do this and that, America can do whatever the fuck they want to do. They police everybody else. They regime change everybody else. They are considered the world's police. You mean to tell me they can't police their own American citizens in a foreign country screwing up? Of course they can. They're the United States. This is what they do. Winter Donovan was so jealous, so hateful, so cowardly. She hid behind her bodyguard, this goofy looking Daejhanae Jackson, in order to her to carry out her hurt, right? Yeah, strong jawline, both of them. Just a bunch of weird heifers, right? And I believe Winter might be slanging box. It might not be confirmed, but I would not be surprised if that's what she's doing. Would not be surprised because I don't think she has a job. Is she a scripper? Like, what's she doing? She ain't got no career. She just up and just ran off social media. That's a sign you ain't got no job. You ain't doing nothing with your life. But possibly slanging box, And that's why they were so hateful, because you see, Shanquella didn't have to do that. Shanquella don't gotta go out here and and get in these dudes' faces so those dudes can do something for them. She was doing something for herself. Okay. And let me say this too about these fake Instagram accounts There was a fake Instagram account with Daejhanae's name and people were taking donations. If you were donating to this fake account for an interview and you didn't get the interview, that's because you got conned. You got suckered. You know what I'm saying? If they really had something to say, you wouldn't have to pay them. Or they would make a video saying, hey, this is me. If you want to talk to me, you have to pay. But even then, you shouldn't be paying them. They should be out here begging. They should be out here ready and willing to tell their side. But the reason why they can't tell their side is because they're a bunch of lying alphas. And y'all were donating money to them? It was her and it was bum ass Khalil. I wouldn't be surprised if it was them and it wasn't fake. That was actually them behind those accounts of people that they know. Khalil Cook is a wannabe, right? Khalil Cook is a wannabe entrepreneur, socialite, but he's just a dumb bum N-word who had to rely on his female friend, right, to get him to Mexico and to bring others. When she was asked to help him bring those others, she should have never did that. She never did that. That Daejhanae account was probably owned by somebody from India, right? And then you got people donating to her for an interview. Come on, man. Listen, Shanquella had more money than everybody there combined. That's why they were so hurt. That's why they were so hurt. That's why they were so hurt, man. Just goofy, just weirdos. And this is why I say this. This is why I say a lot of these women hate each other. A lot of these women are jealous at each other for no reason. I believe that the only reason why Daejhanae Jackson fought Shanquella is because Khalil had told them about their private conversations. And maybe Shanquella was saying things to him that may have indicated that he had a problem with something about Daejhanae and Winter. And he went back like a gossipy female and told them what was said. Because that's the only reason I could see why she would be upset on a trip. Like you're not around each other like that. So why would all of a sudden you get to Mexico and you're upset? Khalil, if you have a problem with her, I wouldn't be surprised if Khalil owed her money. How many of y'all want to bet that Khalil Cook, and for those of you who don't know who Khalil Cook, let me put this heifer on the screen. Speaking of heifers, let me put this one on here. This shiny suit, fake jewelry wearing heifer. Let me put this queen, this drama queen on the screen, right? Let me put this drama. This is Khalil Cook, right? This is the wannabe. He wanna be somebody, but he'll never be that. Okay, your social life is cooked, and anybody that works with you are gonna be working with a guy that helped facilitate a crime, a murder, right? So Arjun, make sure y'all like the stream. So this gossipy motherfucker, I believe, went back and said something to those girls because I believe he owed her money. They need to go through those text messages. Yeah, very zesty, very zesty. They need to go through his text messages. They need to go through Shanquella's just to get the gist. I guarantee you that he owed Shanquella money and she was throwing it in his goofy face. Right? Shiny suit, zesty, fake jewelry, wannabe socialite, right? That's Khalil Cook. And again, his entrepreneur career is cooked. Right? That's this N-word right here. God, this shit got a strong face. Winter got a strong face, man. I see why she was upset too. It's just this strong face heifer, man. Jeez. But Khalil Cook, with his zesty ass, he went and probably ran his mouth because he mad because he probably owed her money. And he went to go tell them things about their conversations. I would not be surprised if that's one of the things that happen, because again, these males are just like women. You know, these males raised by women, they identify with their feminine side, right? No daddy, just weak. That's why a lot of you ladies need to be careful, man. These gay men can be just as misogynistic as straight men are. I said it myself in one of my previous streams about, a Hollywood actress, Rose McGowan. Rose McGowan exposed that in Hollywood, a lot of the gay men in Hollywood are misogynistic. That goes against what y'all are supposed to believe. You're supposed to believe that only straight men can be misogynistic. No, anybody, any type of male can be misogynistic. Even males that like to wear dresses and wigs, they might have a little misogyny in them, right? They even found Khalil's mama and grandfather's pages. I'm telling you, they out for blood, man. They doxing them. They putting all their information on Twitter. It's a wrap for them. They can't come back from this. I don't matter how much you try to move on Snapchat or whatever. Where are you going to go? And these are the two heifers responsible. Their jealousy and hatefulness is why Shanquella is no longer here. And the crazy thing, Shanquella does look better than both of them, and she has more money than both of them. I think that's why they're upset.
Jawline stronger than a Mike Tyson punch boxing glove flushed.
Right, Jamie. Strong jawline. They can take some jabs to the chin, man. Strong ass chin having motherfucker. I'm telling you, man, like they're gonna find more information. These Facebook detectives and these Twitter private investigators, they're going to find out more. They're not gonna stop. They've already put out your addresses. They put out all their addresses, their full names, first, middle, and last name. It's only the beginning. It's only the beginning. This could have been avoided if you heifers wasn't in your feelings. You could have enjoyed the trip and kept that shit to yourself, but you just couldn't do it because it was just too tempting. You knew this girl was by herself. What do you think this is, the real world? I thought for a minute this was on some real world shit where you bring 7 strangers together and in this location, and they have to live together and you have fights with each other. They were only there less than 24 hours. How in less than 24 hours this girl ends up dead? That's what I'm saying. They're looking up. Listen, the Twitter private investigators are on the case. The Facebook detectives are going over everything. They're going to find out where all of you are. They're going to find out what you're doing because there's too many of y'all. It ain't just one person or maybe 2 people. It's 6 people who everybody's looking to their whereabouts. 6 people can't just go silent. And that's why I tell y'all that if you don't like somebody, don't be around them. But when you're somebody that doesn't have anything to lose, I don't think, maybe they didn't have anything to lose. Yeah, they thought they were on Bad Girls Club, recording it. This ain't Bad Girls Club. This ain't a storyline. There's no television crew. Y'all really ruined your lives because you did. You ruined your lives for absolutely nothing. Why is that? Because of jealousy. Let's see if I can find the GoFundMe. Okay, let me see. It's femicide. To Mexico is investigating American woman's death as femicide. FBI are investigating. Yeah, y'all not getting away with this. Y'all not getting away with this. Whoa, okay. They're up to 142,000 on the GoFundMe. And I'm glad they're getting every bit of it, you know. This is the GoFundMe from the family. 142,000. Let me see if y'all can see that. 142,000. It's put up by Quilla Long, the sister Shanquella. Yep, I see it right there. You see Kyrie Irving? Kyrie Irving donated $50,000. Wow. Hold up. Let me go back. Yo, he donated $50,000. Shout out to Kyrie Irving. Donated $50,000. You see what happens when everybody knows about this story and people come together. You have good people like Kyrie Irving, who's a good person, doing this. This is great to see. This is great to see people coming together. They have a $150,000 goal. I think they should set up a foundation so the family can continue to get funding and, build it into a movement. Because once it becomes a movement, then you're really cooked. Right? They can take this money, get a good lawyer, and really go after this. Yeah, I think they've hired a private investigator. So the money's probably going to go towards a private investigator and a good lawyer. There are lawyers who probably do this for free. The publicity would be enough for them. We need to see them doing TV interviews. Them TV interviews are definitely help. When you get them on TV like that, and it goes to Fox and CNN and MSNBC and ABC and NBC, I mean, once you get that out there, then other countries get this on their radar. It's going to be tough for this to just go away. I've done several stories similar with black women losing their life, almost mysteriously, But we know the truth. We know that she lost her life due to the person that she was with. I talked about Lauren Smith Fields, right? How she lost her life and she may never get justice for her situation. I talked about another black female that lost her life after meeting a Caucasian gal for a dating app, And a lot of times those stories will gain traction. People will know it, but there are people that will move on because if the police are not going to do anything, But in this situation with Shanquella, there's just too much evidence for them to not do anything. There's a video. I believe there's a second video. There is the autopsy report. You can't ignore that. Well, Benjamin Crump only gets on race cases. If this was a case of racism, Benjamin Crump would be all over it. But see, there's no racism here, so he doesn't give a shit. He doesn't give a shit. Because there's no, he could. Maybe he has contacted the family, or the family has spoken to him. I don't know. I haven't seen him do an interview. Usually he'd be right there if there was a case of racism. He'd be right there. Yeah, Benjamin Crump. Right, Benjamin Crump. A lot of you race baiters need to put down your race baiting, and really take up a cause that actually matters. Talking about racism in 2022 to me is not that important. There's too many black people losing their life under horrible circumstances to other black people, not white people. They're losing their life because of other blacks, people. What's good, Bronx? Make sure y'all like the stream. The likes up. Shanquella lost her life to two black heifers who should be in prison right now, a Mexican prison, which is they should not only do time in Mexican prison, they should do their time there, and when they get out, bring them right back to the state so they can so they can go to trial for those crimes. They can put them right back in an American prison. That's what needs to happen. There's just too many stories of horrible things being done to these black women, man. Y'all putting y'all energy in the wrong place. Y'all are going at the wrong people. There are black women on this platform who are quiet. They rather talk about black men with white women instead of talking about black women losing their life like Shanquella lost her life. What the fuck does black men with white women have to do with what's going on with Shanquella? Why you're not talking about Shanquella? Why are you putting out useless content about who black men are choosing? You don't have a black man, okay? Are you going to speak on the experience? You ain't got one. Why don't you focus on things that matter? You see, I can focus on things that matter, right? I focus on things that matter. When I tell you that none of these celebrities are leaders, I'm not saying it because I'm a hater. I'm saying it because it's true. They aren't leaders. They're a bunch of clowns. And they should not be trusted. I tell you this not as a hater, but as a truth teller. Y'all following people who are flawed and fake. Flawed and fake. They're too busy celebrating Keenan's wife doing him dirty. That's all they care about. Is saying, ooh, you shouldn't have picked that white girl. Instead of talking about the fact that you had two black women in the life of Shanquella. That's exactly what they did. This was not an overdose of nothing. They beat this girl to death. And y'all want to sit here and say, look at how the white women are doing you. But look how the black women are doing you. Steven sent me a story about a black woman that was killed by her black lesbian girlfriend. That's probably gonna be my next video. Y'all see what's happening to these black women. I did the story about the black girl that got killed by her older simp boyfriend. But they weren't boyfriend and girlfriend. She was his side chick. She was basically his side chick. That man was married. He told her, listen, don't call my wife. She tried to contact his wife, and then he ended up killing her. Right? We got to talk about these things. Y'all want to talk about bullshit that doesn't matter. I do. I talk about shit that y'all think may not matter, but I still talk about this realness when it needs to be talked about. I pick and choose. There's certain things I do for a reason. There's certain things I do to do, but for the most part, there's a reason why I do a lot of these stories. It ain't because I want to see black women fail or lose their life. I mean, this story with Shanquella was disturbing. The story I did about the Jamaican influencer, that story was disturbing. That one was floating in the water half naked. Like, these stories are disturbing. You had the black girl from Louisiana who was a college sophomore, and she ended her own life, and she wrote out a suicide note. I've talked about a lot of different things. And by the way, the guy that did it in Jamaica, he got arrested. His dumb ass went live. I'm innocent. I didn't do it. I didn't kill her. Yes, you did. Now you incarcerated. You did do it. And you have a history of assaulting women. So you make enough noise, it's gonna make things happen. That's why you keep up the pressure until something is done, right? You got to keep the pressure up. There's some stories that I wish would get more attention, like the basketball player. I believe he's also either from Louisiana or Texas. He went to Idaho to see his white girlfriend. Next thing you know, he ends up drowning in a water rafting accident. And by the way, the girl's family didn't like him. So it's like, why would you still go? It's because she wanted him there for whatever reason. There's stories out there that you want to see get traction, and maybe it will. Maybe it'll take time. But honestly, there's so much going on, and I speak about those stories because attention needs to be brought to it. You ever see a situation where somebody ends up dying or losing their life, and you just, even after you see the story, let's say if you're a content creator, you do the story, but hours later, you're still sitting there thinking about everything and every detail that you read about. There was a story I came across right around the time I first saw this Shanquella story. There was a Caucasian woman, right? She seemed like a Caucasian woman that likes to, hang around black people, right? She ended up getting killed and carjacked, right? And her body was in the woods. And there was, I guess, some black males that saw it, or black. I don't know if they were all males or not, but they were live streaming her body. And apparently they must have robbed her for her jewelry and her belt. And because they found it, she didn't have any of that stuff on. In the video, she did. Those are the type of things that are happening out here. I did a video about the dancer that met this guy. I don't know where she met this guy from. This guy is a married insurance agent. They in an alley somewhere getting it on. Then he kicks her out of his car, and then he shoots her point blank in the head and drives off. Now, he kicked her out of his car. And he gets out. He ain't got nothing on. And he shoots her point blank in the head. It's like, why? You couldn't get it. You couldn't get started, so you blamed her for it. It's all these different stories. And it gets you to thinking about the things that people do to each other. Us as black people, what we do to each other. And then I get to see people online blame other races of people for what we do to ourselves. We do destructive shit to each other, but we look for somebody else to blame for it. The self-hate is deep, man. The jealousy is deep. The envy is deep. And when you see people who are looking at you a little bit funny, you better separate yourself from those people, because they're looking for any opportunity they can to destroy you. They look for any opportunity they can to destroy you. It's okay not to have friends. It's okay to be alone. Yeah, Kyrie Irving did donate. I see he donated 50. Maybe he donated 10,000, 15,000 more. But yeah, he's the top donator at 50,000. He may have donated more, but that is definitely good on Kyrie. That's why I have the GoFundMe here. Unless people, people want to go and they want to support it, they can. Shout out to the people that are subscribing. I appreciate y'all. Y'all be able to comment tomorrow. You gotta wait a day, But we are not saying other races aren't destructive, right? But when we get online and we preach about togetherness and we preach about, bringing the race together and doing things. We have to clean house. We have to clean house, There's a lot of bullshit that's going on here. It's a lot of fatherlessness. It's a lot of waywardness. Let me tell you how far gone a lot of women here have gotten, man. There's a video of a woman walking into this busy restaurant with no clothes on. No clothes on, just her and her BBL'd up body walking into it with nothing on. And it's like, where are the minds of these people going? Where are the minds of these people going? How self-destructive have we gotten? We've gotten very self-destructive. These two people should be under the jail just based off of what they did to this girl. Everybody in that group should be arrested, at least put in jail and put on trial. And we'll see who's going to tell on who. There's got to be a reason why Nazir is protecting these women. Is it because he slept with both of these women or one of them? Is that why he is trying to protect these women? It has to be. The only reason why I could see why Nazir is protecting these women, because again, he got there on the day that everything happened. So if they got into a fight that morning, they let you know she was already dead probably by the time he got there, according to him. So why are you protecting these women? Are you sleeping with these women? Or slept with these women? Yes, lesbian relationships are very violent. I talked about this female police officer, right? When her girlfriend broke up with her, she went and killed her girlfriend. This is a Asian American female police officer from New York. She just couldn't take it anymore. Like, you can't leave me. I just want to know why Nazir is protecting these people if he had nothing to do with it. You gain nothing for protecting them because they're gonna put your black ass in handcuffs. You the so-called thug of the group. They going for you first. They not just gonna arrest these women. They're arresting you and Khalil with his effeminate ass. Both of y'all going to jail. And they going to give you a high bond just based off of, or with no bond, depending on if they send y'all back to Mexico. They need to send all 6 of y'all back to Mexico because you committed a crime on their soil. You committed a crime on Mexico's soil. You need to face their judicial system. Therefore, so all of them need to go back to Mexico. Y'all made a mess over there in their country. So y'all need to go over there and pay the price. Yeah, it might be in there more than the women. They might put all the blame on him with his dumb ass. You were out here. Khalil is the catalyst for all of this. He's the middleman. He's a wannabe. There was a pic of Nazir holding up money on his graduation day. They even put it on the school's commencement page. The guy's a clown. Probably was spoiled. Probably one of them dudes that he wanna be. He a wannabe street dude. He probably grew up in the suburbs. Family probably has some money, and he was a wannabe. He's a wannabe street dude. He ain't got no street in him. He's a wannabe. You got a lot of these guys that are wannabes. There's nothing gangster about them. There's nothing tough about them. They had good upbringings. They just are losers. And you can't blame anybody. They're losers who were probably spoiled. Losers that are probably spoiled, man. Fake tough guys, wannabe tough guys, right? It's absolutely insane. I think the Mexican government should have did more though. Because it happened in your country. When people bring drugs into your countries, y'all lock those people up. No questions asked. We don't care if this ain't your drugs. We saw it it's in your suitcase. How many stories have we seen from locked up abroad? People get caught with drugs and they put them people in prison. We don't care about your excuses. You bringing drugs into our country. Well, somebody left a dead body in your country and you don't seem to give a shit. An American citizen, might I add, into your country. According to ABC News, Mexico investigates American woman's death as femicide. FBI opens probe. The FBI has opened a probe into the recent death of an American woman vacation in Mexico, which is also being investigated by Mexican authorities as femicide. Shanquella Robinson, 25 of Charlotte, North Carolina, went to San Jose del Cabo, a resort city on the southern tip of Mexico's Baja California peninsula.
Their mindset is don't snitch to look loyal while the others walk, and they might do that. Send them all to Mexico.
Right. You
don't want to go to Mexico jail.
No, you don't. You said that, Eric. With 6 friends on October 28th, they stayed in a rental villa in Fundadores, an exclusive gated community with vacation homes and private beach club. Robinson's parents told Charlotte ABC affiliate WSOC TV in a recent interview. I'm going to go through some of this. I'm not going to read the whole thing. I'm just going to go through some of the things y'all may not know. The Mexican Secretary of Health autopsy report and death certificate for Robinson obtained by ABC News listed her cause of death as severe spinal cord injury and atlasization with no mention of alcohol. The document also states the approximate time between injury and death was 15 minutes, while a box asking whether the death was accidental or violent was ticked. Yes. Saying in recent days, a video not verified by ABC News. What do you mean it's not verified? Where you think that video came from, ABC News? A video showing of the attack. The State Attorney General's Office of Baja California publicly confirmed results of the autopsy in a statement on Thursday, announced that an investigation was initiated for femicide, which is a form of gender-based violence. So femicide is a gender-based violence. So when you you get into another woman and you take that woman's life, that's considered, I guess, femicide, right? The office said it received a call October 29th, approximately 6:15 p.m. local time, from a public security member who reported the death of a foreign woman in a room of a house in Fundadores Beach Club area in San Jose del Cabo. Investigators were sent to the scene and are still collecting more evidence to achieve the accurate clarification of events without ruling out any hypothesis, according to the office. So they never really did anything when they got there. They say they didn't visit any of the club facilities during their stay. So it's almost like they went there with a mission. Unless they were waiting on Nazir. Maybe if Nazir would have gotten there on time, you know. I don't know, man. This is crazy. You know what? Yeah, I'll take a few phone calls. Let's see. Okay, where is it? Hold on. Gotta update some things. Give me a second. All right, just give me a second. All right. That's what I was gonna do, man. But as soon as I got live, man, I just wanted to go in. The first time I've taken calls in a minute. Like, don't linger on the phone, people. Nazir wouldn't have stopped anything. He just like Khalil Malik fruitcakes. You might be right. You might be right. He probably wouldn't have stopped anything. But his excuse would have been out the window, though. He wouldn't have had any excuse then. Hold on, make sure that the sound is right on this audio. Audio calling. Let's see. Speakers. Okay. All right. Okay, let's see this. Yo, what's up?
How you doing, Jay?
Nothing much, man. What's going on with you?
Been a long time, bro.
Yeah, it
First
has.
off, great live stream.
Thank you.
Live stream, but these
Uh-huh.
are some very dark times we're in, man. Some of the darkest times we're in right now. I'd like to start off by saying this, my condolences to the young lady's family. Nobody deserves to see their loved one go viral for being mauled to death.
Right.
Regardless of how dark society is, it should never be normalized to see anyone get mauled like that. But I would like to say on behalf of, everyone, I honestly do think, man, that we're in an age where in the future, it's very possible women are going to be leading the nation in violent cases like this, man. I hate to say it, but it's finally coming true. Women are becoming the new face of violence in this country, specifically melanated women.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And forgive me for sounding a little spooked because I watched the video again, and I'm not gonna lie to you, man. I've seen a lot, but I haven't seen anything that violent in a very long time.
Yeah, it is. It's very graphic. It's definitely something that doesn't leave you, right? Like when you see it, you can't unsee it. You know?
Right. It reminded me of a bit of like a body horror type movie, but I'll be short and I'll end it with this. The word friend is being used a little too loosely.
Mm-hmm.
It's being used a little too loosely in our society nowadays. I don't think you should use a friend like that. Friends aren't just people you kick it with, and friends ain't just people who you spend money with. Friends are people who actually love you, which is why you have very few of them. I don't have a whole lot of friends. I have people I'm cool with, but I don't have a lot of friends. And my advice to everyone, especially young people, well, I consider myself young. I'm only 27, but my advice to the younger generation, friends are people who are going to be there for you at your worst, not just when it's time to kick it and have fun. But, man, again, thank you so much for sharing this on your platform. I've been a follower for a very long time. I already said this, but I just look forward to more great content. Thank you, man.
All right, man. Thanks for the phone call. All right. All righty.
Thank you.
All right. Shout out to them. Yeah, man. That was a horrible video. Now, we've seen some videos where people are fighting, but never one when it was just like, you weren't really fighting. You were mauling somebody. You were mauling somebody for what? For what? And then you got the nerve to say, "Oh, I lost my friend. I'm so sorry." No, you were covering your ass because you knew, you knew in the back of your mind you were guilty, and you did what you did. And guess what? It's never going away. It's always gonna be out here. That video is gonna be out here because in some crimes there's no video. Most crimes there really is no video. But what happens when there's a video? Oh, you can't run from a video. Yeah, what's going on?
Hi, JD Black. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Is Angela C?
Okay, good. Yes, it's Angela.
Okay. So
I saw that video and I looked and I don't know, like I don't know. At first I was thinking maybe they drugged her and that's why she wasn't fighting back. But then I thought maybe she doesn't really know how to fight like that, and she was just hoping that the girl would stop. And the girl didn't stop. Like I came up with my own scenarios, but I'm like, I don't know. It's just weird. Like she really didn't put up a fight. And I'm saying that because the guy that was filming was like, well, dang, you're not I'm not even gonna fight back, as if he knows that she knows how to fight.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? So that's why I was thinking, like, did they drug her first, or did she drink too much? Because she wasn't putting up a fight, and then maybe they took advantage of that. I was thinking that at first, but now I'm just thinking maybe because they said this happened early in the morning. She was naked, so I'm thinking maybe they woke her up out of her sleep.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe she just got out of the shower. She wasn't expecting that. I don't know, but I don't think any of them are her friends. And unfortunately, nobody knows what the fight was about. I'm thinking maybe this is just some jealousy. He said, she said, it's money.
Yeah, I had stated, I think Khalil probably ran to them and gossiped about something. And I think that's what started up.
Yeah, and because the main three things females fight about is a dude, gossip, and jealousy. Those are like the top three things. Like the top three. But I had wanted to mention how this shows that there really isn't no sisterhood. You know what I mean? Because you always hear these black chicks on YouTube talk about sisterhood, this, sisterhood, that. And I be sitting here thinking, sisterhood? I've never known females that even have a strong sisterhood, especially black females. Like, that doesn't even exist. So that's only something that exists online.
Yeah,
so it's like, are we really surprised by this? No, because we done seen this probably a few times where chicks are out there fighting, and now with the internet, you see hundreds of videos of this. So it's like, it's not really shocking. And unfortunately, none of the people that she thought was her friends were her friends. Like, nobody helped her.
Nope.
That's really sad. Like, nobody. It's like somebody should have said to me, okay, wait, you guys doing too much. We're in Mexico. Whatever, like nobody did that, and you were right. Why didn't they do this back at home? Like, why did they wait for Mexico? I honestly believe they planted, and they probably thought they could get away with it out there, and then try to come up with some story and come back here. I honestly think they had planned this, but they knew they couldn't get away with it here. Maybe they thought that the authorities out there were not that bright enough, so they can kill her out there and then come back over here. That's what I'm thinking that they did.
Yeah, I sense that, because it's like these people think they're smart. It's like, no, you're not smart. You're a dummy, and you filmed your crime, and now everybody sees it. And apparently there's a second video that shows her, actually being killed by Winter Donovan, and I hope that video is put out there. I really do.
Yeah, and now that I'm hearing about the other girl jumping in, and you know what? When I first saw a picture of, what's her name? Daejhanae?
Yeah,
I honestly thought she was a trans. And then when I saw that one picture of the other chick, I said, wait a minute, she also looks trans.
Yeah.
There's that picture of the light-skinned chick where she's kind of arching her back. She looked like a dude in the face right there. But then when I saw her in the picture with the victim, I said, wait a minute, no, she looks like a girl there. Yeah. I'm like, I was thinking, did she go on the trip with like like a whole bunch of trans and
Yeah, it's like a bunch of
I don't know. I just
male
had so many
energy.
questions.
What's a male energy?
Right. Right. But now they're saying that she wasn't and she's
Yeah,
actually a female. And I'm
yeah,
like, are they sure?
yeah. It looks horrible, don't you?
I don't know. Because her spine is broke, her neck is broke. And I was telling my husband, I'm like, I don't think a female can do that to another female.
Uh-huh.
So it had to have been like a guy or something.
I mean, I wouldn't
This
be
is
surprised
crazy.
if they were born male. Wouldn't be surprised.
Mhm. Mhm. I really hope that the girl gets justice. And from now, what they're saying, she had paid for the trip,
Yep.
so she basically went on a vacation with a whole bunch of broke people. That is a
Yeah.
no-no right there.
Uh-huh.
Seriously,
Yeah, that's what.
that is a huge no-no.
Yep. Don't do it, people. Don't ever pay for nobody way. No, unless it's your kids. You know what I'm saying? Don't pay nobody else way. They can't pay to
But
go. No, no. Yeah.
mhm. But it's very obvious because she was there less than 24 hours that they planned this, and I truly believe they didn't plan this on a spare of the moment. I think they planned this long before they all left to Mexico. I don't believe that there's a, oh, she said that, and then they all came up with this plan. I think that they had planned this. They're like, we can probably get away with it because it's in a totally different country. It's over there, and maybe their laws are different. They probably took to Google and tried to look up the laws out there. You know what I mean? Like,
Yep.
I don't think that this was planned right before she got there. I think they planned this a long time ago. And
Yep.
she probably was amped up thinking she was going to have fun, and she went out there, and that's what they did.
Yep. Because it's they need to get. That's why I say they need to get hold of their cell phones. Everybody's cell phones.
Oh, yeah.
Even if they delete
Yeah.
messages, they can always
They
go to you find them.
Right, right. I was just thinking, like, how come they haven't, hacked into their social, their their Facebook and stuff, and get into, their inboxes or Instagram or something that they could have messaged back and forth. It could be in there. Like, they need to get in the text message, their Facebook accounts, any of their accounts, everything, videos, everything, because I mean, if there was beef, then it would be, right in there. Like, they need to get a hold of that soon. If there was beef, like, I mean, it doesn't make any sense for them to just, at the spur of the moment, to just jump on her like that. I mean, I'm assuming that her mom probably knew something. Like, somebody must have known something
Yeah.
that was going on.
It was giving off those guilty vibes.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, and before I go,
Okay.
I guess they were saying that these girls work for her. Did they work for her?
I don't know. I hadn't heard that that they worked for her. Maybe they worked for her before, and maybe they could be considered as current employees. That's why I say, like, the information they should, people should have, especially police should have dug into it. You got people online who are, but like friends and family should know the answer to that, like if they work for her or not, or people that do work for her now, or worked for her before she passed. So I wouldn't be surprised if they did. Like I said, I think Khalil owed her money. I would not be surprised at that either.
Yep. Could it have something to do with money? But when I had watched the video, the one girl that took off on her first, she said, "Yeah, you was talking all that shit, telling the girl that she was talking mess." So I'm thinking, like, talking mess about what?
Yeah.
So she said it about a couple of times, and then she had went back to putting hands on her again. So you're probably right about dude going back to them saying, "Oh yeah, she had said this and she had said that," because that's what she said in the video, that she was talking mess about her, but she didn't really go into details about that.
Yeah, I believe. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep, that's all that I wanted to to say, I think that they planned this. This could have been planned probably months in advance.
It seemed like the way
I
they would,
truly,
yeah,
Mhm.
the way they would huddle up in that room, you know, it
Mhm.
seemed like it, yeah. But you know, yeah, I appreciate you calling
Mhm.
in though. All right, Angela.
Mhm.
All right, man. Shout out to Angela for calling. This is something they probably had planned to do. That's why they was huddled up in that room. Like I said, justice gonna meet you. It ain't, it ain't going nowhere. This topic ain't going nowhere. That video speaks for itself. That lame ass Khalil was running his mouth like a gossipy heifer to those other women, and that's why, because he ambushed her, because I believe that his bum ass owes her money. I really believe that, and he wanted to get some get back. And he, because these guys don't want to feel like they're bums when they are, and he went and told, and they set that thing up. That's why, man, you can't be telling people everything. Like, Khalil ain't your friend, man. He your op. Sometimes y'all are talking to your op every day or every other day. You may see them, they smile in your face, but they're plotting. Right? And some people may have warned you no, don't deal with that person. They this, that, and the third. And you might ignore them because you're like, oh, they're not, they're not going to do nothing. It's like, are you sure? Yeah, what's going on?
Hey, what's going on, Jay? This is Mike from St. Louis. What's going on with you?
Not much, man. What's up, man? So what you talking about?
Ain't nothing. My bad. Ain't nothing to it. Man, look, I'm damn near 50, and I didn't been out here. I done seen a lot of stuff. I have never seen nothing so disturbing, man. Where they could just do a female like that, man. And I mean, for one, I just truly think the person that was fighting her at first, I seen a YouTube video where it was showing that Daejhanae Jackson looked really like they had a side-by-side comparison of Daejhanae Jackson and a guy, and they looked the same. And I'm telling you, like the other young lady just said, the way that she was putting in work on Shanquella, it was like a male, man. And I really think that could have been, transgender. I don't know for sure, but I think so. I have two sons. I could never imagine if I had a daughter and I seen a video like that. I'm just saying, and I'm going to leave it like this. I would make my peace with my family, and I would just do what I have to do. And that's it. So I'm out of here, man. Y'all have a good one. Be safe out here and watch the company that you keep.
Absolutely, man. Thanks, Mike, for the phone call, all right?
All right.
Man, peace, man. Shout out to him, man. Listen, I understand, man, especially a lot of you guys that got daughters, a lot of you ladies that got daughters. That I know that's some infuriating shit, man. That has to be. That has to be. And again, I'm not gonna get mad at no parent who want to get revenge. I'm not mad at all because that's their relative and you can't tell them how to feel. You can't tell them how to feel. But it is disturbing to what happened. And it's all due to one limp-wrist, effeminate loser, Khalil Cook. Khalil Cook, the limp-wrist, effeminate, wannabe loser, is the reason for all of this. I think he's the reason for all of it because he brought those two bum chicks on the trip. Why you bring them on the trip? Because they are his friends. You thinking that he your friend, but those two girls are his friends. He wanted them to have a good time and, fight you. This is where we are. Yeah, these males are just as bad as the women that raised them. All the traits of a woman, but in a male body. And you out here trying to, record fights. Let's say had Shanquella survived, y'all still would have been in trouble. That video would have gotten out some kind of way. and y'all still would have had to deal with legal consequences because y'all assaulted that woman and you recorded it. They're trying to make recording crimes illegal, you know? Bronx Side said, OJ, I cried and hugged my baby girl. Yeah, you gotta love your loved ones up, man. Because, you don't want to have to ever deal with stuff like this, you have these children, you raise them, and then these things happen. It's horrible. It's absolutely horrible. But shout out to everybody that's here. This topic is something that I felt needs to be, talked about for so many reasons. The fact that they are so arrogant, they thought they were going to get away with this. They thought they was going to get away with this. They really thought that. But you're not getting away with it. And this thing is only going to continue to gain more and more traction. And I'm hopeful that it does. I'm hopeful that it does. It shouldn't have happened. But that shouldn't have happened. Again, salute to everybody that's here. Make sure y'all follow all my socials, man. The link is in the chat room. It's pinned at the top. That's a link to all my other channels and all my other social media so y'all can keep up, so I can update y'all as to what's going on out here. It's getting crazy out here. It has over the last couple of years. It's getting worse and worse. And I want y'all to understand that we are our own worst enemies and ain't nobody else. The two girls on screen are, the dark-skinned one is Daejhanae Jackson. She's the one who beat up Shanquella Robinson in that video. And the lighter complected one is Winter Donovan. It's spelled Wenter. She's the one who body slammed. She body slammed Shanquella, and that was the cause of Shanquella losing her life. And Shanquella didn't get up after that. Grabbed her by her neck and slammed her to the ground. For what reason? Because you could get your licks in. We're possibly looking at two potential murderers. How many other girls have they jumped? How many other girls have Daejhanae and Winter jumped? Because Daejhanae is the bodyguard of Winter. She does the bidding of Winter, and she did that bidding of Winter. But it costs you everything. I don't give a damn if you are trying to move on with your life. This always going to follow you, no matter if you're trying to move on with your life or not. You won't bring your sorry asses back on social media. You're going to have to live an existence of looking over your shoulder. Maybe you won't. Maybe you feel like nothing's going to touch you. Maybe you feel like nothing is going to bother you. Maybe you feel like, well, they don't have anything except the video. Well, there's a second video floating out there that we haven't seen yet. Sorry sons of bitches. You heifers are sorry sons of... you're sorry slurs. Daejhanae Jackson, Winter Donovan are sorry slurs. Okay? And Khalil Cook is a limp wrist, effeminate, sorry motherfucker. That's what he is. That's what he is. And you're going to be getting, listen, information is going to come out here. We're going to find out more and more. And information ain't going to stop. The people that, let me tell you something, Khalil. The people that you think you're cool with are going to snitch on you, and they're going to tell people where you are, and they're going to tell people what you're doing. You Nazir, Malik, all of y'all, the people closest to you are going to be the ones that rat you out. Don't think you're safe around them either. You know? Same thing goes for Winter Donovan. The same thing goes for Daejhanae Jackson, Elise, the other heifer, Elise. All right? The people around you are going to put you out there. They're going to do that because they're going to get uncomfortable with what you did, right? And they're going to put you out there. So time will tell. Now the clock moves forward. Now we see what's going to happen here on out. Make sure y'all click that link in the chat room, and it goes to all my social media, to the Patreon, to the other channels, to the social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. So y'all can keep up with me. You know what I'm saying? This to me is just, it's where we are. A bunch of haters. People pretend to be your friend, and as soon as they get you vulnerable, they're going to show you who they truly are. The bonnet is going to come off. The bonnet is going to come off, and we're going to see these people for exactly who they are. Yeah, Khalil, he's one of those type of guys that used to try to be cool and fit in, but he never could. You know, he's the one that always tried to, you know, be the coolest guy, but never was cool. You know, we can hear the lisp in his voice. We can sense the effeminateness, and we just kept our distance from guys like that. You know, we was never friends with guys like that. Yeah.